Welcome to the Best Me podcast. Your best tomorrow starts today. I'm your host, Ellen Livingston. I believe showing up each and every day as the best version of myself doesn't happen on accident. It takes awareness and planning. On this podcast, I talk about planning for ways to improve my health, develop a sense of purpose in everyday life, and create meaningful connections so I can be the best me I can be. And so can you. Let's get started. Hey there, it's your bestie Ellen. I want to ask you a question. Have you heard the phrase movement as medicine? I've heard it a few times now, and I really did not know exactly what it meant, so I looked it up. And movement as medicine refers to the tendency of active people to have healthier muscles. Well, that makes sense. You move more, you're healthier. But it's really more amazing than that. When you exercise, it causes an inflammatory response, and this actually helps muscle tissue repair and strengthen. And you probably know that. When you go to the gym, you lift weights, you cause stress and strain on your muscles. They get sore, as you know, but that's actually them repairing, getting stronger and bigger. But according to an article published in the New York Times, one study found that people in their 70s who have been active most of their adult lives had healthy muscle tissue with physical similarities of a 25-year-old. Now wait, what? I was like, stop. Nothing on me is physically similar to a 25-year-old. But if I could do something to have the muscles of a 25-year-old when I'm in my 70s, I'm in. Well, that something is movement. And what this is really telling us is the old saying, use it or lose it. Being active can alter how we age. Now, you're probably not surprised, but being active reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes, improves arthritis symptoms, reduces chronic pain, improves your social life because a lot of movement activities are in a group setting, like yoga or Pilates or pickleball, and that right there also helps your mental health. It's a win-win. Wouldn't you rather take a walk than a pill? I know I would. Now, of course, there's a flip side to all this. Sitting too much for too long increases the risk of dying early because sitting for long periods of time reduces the blood flow to your legs and can increase the risk of heart disease by accelerating the buildup of plaque in the artery. The long story short on all of this is having a daily movement habit is part of being the best me. I want to tell you about my dad. He lived to be 101. Actually 101 and a half. But what was amazing about him is he didn't use a walker or a cane until he was well past 100 years old. He had a motto. He would always say, I'd rather wear out than rust out. And I believe the reason he was so healthy was because he stayed active. He lived that motto. He had a job where he stood most of the day. And then after work, when he came home, he never came in and sat down on the couch and just went, I'm so tired, I need to rest. He usually came in, changed out of his work clothes, got in some clothes that he could go out in his garden in, and he would tool around in his garden and his workshop. He'd play with his dog. He never came straight in and sat down. He would rather wear out than rust out. And he was healthy until just a few short weeks before he died. How long you are healthy and able to be active is called your health span. Of course, your lifespan is how long you live. We all want our health span to be almost as long as our lifespan because no one wants to live longer just so you can sit in a chair longer. We all want to be active as long as we can. And movement as medicine doesn't mean you have to be a gym rat. You only need 30 minutes a day to get the benefits from movement. That's a lot of bang for your buck. How does this fit into the best me lifestyle? By planning for it, of course. Remember in the last episode when I said part of a great nighttime routine should include setting your walking shoes out where you can see them first thing every day? Well, that's what I'm talking about. Plan to move. Plan to stay healthy. Plan to have 25-year-old muscles when you're 70. And if you can't get 30 minutes in first thing in the day, try splitting it up. It doesn't matter. The whole goal is just to get 30 minutes a day. Now, I also said in episode 1, no one is coming to do this for you. You have to take responsibility. Make your health your priority. If you want to feel better next week, next month, next year, you have to start today. And I know you want to be the best you can be. So tonight, set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. Put those walking shoes out where you can see them first thing in the morning and get moving. Your future self will be glad you did. Be kind, be positive, be your best. And remember, small progress is still progress. Thanks for listening to the Best Me podcast. If you would like to make a comment, suggest a podcast topic, or just say hi, send me an email at bestmepodcast@gmail.com. I hope you'll join me next week as I continue to talk about how to be the best me I can be. This episode was edited by Adam Boatwright. If you need any help with music, audio and video editing, or digital arts, be sure and check him out at adamboatwright.com. That's ADAMBOATRIGHT.com.